Welcome back. We've reached episode 18 of PK's Place. I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope you're enjoying the extra hour of sleep that has been granted via daylight savings. It's always weird. On one hand, I do enjoy that I do get an extra hour of sleep. Don't get me wrong. The only downside, if I'm being completely honest, is now the sun is going to set at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock, pretty much wherever. So at least in the US, if you're in Europe or anywhere else in the world, you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? But yeah, basically, obviously the clock's turning back. It does suck that it's gonna be really dark early every day, but the good news is that this only lasts for a few months because once March happens, then while we lose an hour, we get so much daylight back, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, that happened. So obviously, I just want everyone to make sure that you enjoy that. Um, things are good for me, just kind of still doing my thing. Nothing crazily to report on. I saw Dune, which I actually touched on that movie in my interview as this interview took place the day after I saw it, so it was pretty fresh in my mind. You'll hear about my thoughts once we're in the interview. The interview today is with model Regan Kemper. It was a great interview. She's awesome, and I think we should send it over to Reagan right now. Okay, our next guest, I'm pleased to have with me. She is currently signed with LA Models and Elite Models. It is the lovely, the talented Miss Regan Kemper. Reagan, how have you been lately?
Hi, I've been good. I've been in LA for like 3 months now, so making some changes. But other than that, I've been really good. Everything's picking back up from COVID now, finally. So
Yeah, that's
pretty
uh, that's
good. How
that's
about
good to
you?
hear. Things are good. Can't complain. I'm out here in the Northeast, just kind of doing my thing, going to school, playing sports, that kind of thing. But it is
Yeah,
interesting
you're
you
in
said.
Boston, right?
I am, yeah. I'm north of Boston, so my dad actually came. He flew in. He actually came from LA to see me since I turned 21. So it was good having
Oh, happy
him
late
back.
birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was
Legal age.
I am, yeah, about damn time, but
Finally.
no, I know about time, but no, it was good. I wanted to touch on that. So you said you moved to LA. So obviously, so what do you think? So what brought about that? Aside from obviously being with Igor, was it a work thing? Or was it mainly just with him?
Um, I think also it was obviously it was Igor, most of it.
Mhm.
90% of it was because of him, but I actually before I had met him, I signed with LA Models like a year before I met him. So I was kind of already planning on coming out here, but COVID hit and then like
Mhm.
nothing was going on. So then I ended up just quarantining in New York instead. So I hadn't been out here yet. So it was kind of obviously an excuse to come out here to see him, but also to like meet my agency here and be on stay here because I had never been before. So
Yeah, for
yeah, I
sure.
like it though.
How did the meeting with the agency go?
It was good. I liked them a lot. I met them when I was 22, I think. So now that I'm finally here, like getting to work and like live in LA for a little bit, it's kind of nice. It's a nice change because New York's like crazy.
Yeah, I actually wanted to touch into that a little bit. So, like you said, a lot, and I've heard this before. A lot of the modeling happens in New York. That's where the
Hmm.
hub is. So, what's it like for those that have either never lived in New York or never really even been to New York or spent that much time? What's it actually like living in the Big Apple?
Crazy. I moved there when I was 17, so I was like a baby.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, you kind of get used to it though, as kind of like any major city. I feel like it's quite similar to Boston if you're like in the city. There's more people and it's you just have to get used to it, get used to the subways, just get used to literally never being alone because there's like 8 billion people there. But I liked it. It took me like a couple months, I think, to get used to it. I did get really homesick when I first moved, also as like a kid, but I like it and I miss it right now. So
Yeah, it definitely, I will say, also having grown up out west, it's definitely such a change of pace when you come out here. And it does
I
take a little bit
know.
of adjusting. And so like obviously New York is also a big hub for food, what was some of your favorite spots to go when you were in New York? Also to
Oh
let people
gosh,
know who have never been.
so many. So there's New York is like known for pizza, obviously, kind of like
Hmm.
Chicago. So, um, pizza wise, I would do like Joe's Pizza,
Classic.
Front Street Pizza,
Really
so
good.
good. Um, and then other than that, like I feel like I eat a lot at like the chains also, that like the big ones that are like all around, like New
Mhm.
York and LA and stuff. But I don't know. I would say get pizza if you're in New York because there's nothing else like it.
Yeah, there really isn't. And I guess with that too, have you being in New York, did you happen to follow around or even like when you're going to a place, did you happen to hear people say, "Oh, Stool Prez gave it whatever the score was?" Because especially like Prince Street, he it was a really good score. And funny thing with that
Mm,
review, I remember he did it with like the Rangers. So he did it with like Kevin Hayes, Brady Shea.
really?
Yeah, he did a review
Oh,
with
that's
them.
cool.
And he also, I think, reviewed the one in LA, which funny story. Igor and I, we were playing ball hockey. I didn't realize this, but we ended up playing with this guy Lawrence, who actually owns and runs the West Hollywood Prince Street. So
Oh, I didn't
kind
even
of
know
an
there was one out here.
kind of an interesting connection. Yeah, I think it's on like Sunset. It's real. It's somewhere like that. But yeah, there's one out there, and I've heard really good things about both of them.
Oh, we need to go try, even though he's like dairy free, gluten free, like can't eat anything.
Yeah, I
I'll eat
mean,
it though,
no, for sure. Yeah,
but I can't eat anything with him.
no, yeah, that's just how he is. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth a try. I want to try it, especially knowing that he's there. And what's even funnier was in that review, it was him and Josh Richards, who's been mentioned on the program before as Jack
Hmm.
Blake and other people I've interviewed know him. So I remember when he told me that I watched that review with Igor back, and I noticed that
Really?
Lawrence was in there, and I was like, damn, I'm like, I watched this before and I didn't even notice this guy. Now I know him. It's honestly wild
Oh,
the world
that's
it
cool though.
becomes. Yeah, it is. It's honestly crazy the things that you go about. But I was gonna say, like, if you were to go back to New York, some places I wanted to try were in Brooklyn. Dafara, I've heard is amazing, and then
I don't know
personal
what that
fit.
is.
It's like a lot. It's like a really old school pizza place, and then the one that I think Jay-Z I think went on, was it Letterman? I can't remember. It was one of the late night shows. He
Yeah,
said Lucali, which I've heard is phenomenal. It's in
I've heard of
Brooklyn
that too.
too.
I haven't been there. Yeah, I haven't been there.
Yeah,
Um,
for those that don't know, the hours of this place ridiculous. It's like 4 or 5:45 at night to like 11.
oh
And
really?
yeah, the hours are whack. The hours are late. It's honestly insane. It's honestly crazy. And yeah, even like Joe's is classic. They might have one out in LA too, I think. I'm not totally sure. But did you have a chance to go to like Katz's Deli? Because obviously
Oh
Deli's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good too.
yeah. I actually don't really like deli food that much, but I went there. I used to live like literally across the street from it actually.
Oh, no way.
So I
No
used to
way.
go there all the time, like all the time. And I don't even like deli food at all.
Mhm.
And I would eat there all the time.
No, that's
It was
crazy.
really good though.
Wow, that's crazy. No, that's somewhere I gotta try too. And so even like with LA, so have you developed any new favorites? Obviously, I can imagine Igor's taken you to some of the good spots, at least that I went.
Yeah.
I when you weren't here, I went there with him while I was in town.
My favorite is Elefante. He probably took you there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So funny story about that. So we went to,
I may or may not know this story. I think I
no,
do.
I don't think you do. So we went to so this is part of our guys trip. So we went to the weirdest part about that day was I think he told, I don't know if he told you this, but we met this like rich family at Catch, and they had like a daughter who was like the same age as one of our friends, was like 17. So we went over to their house in Beverly Hills. Nice
Yeah.
place. But obviously we spent the day there, and we went to Elefante at night. So I didn't really eat a whole lot that day because we had food at their house. Luckily, they were nice enough to prepare some food, and so we ordered like pizzas. It was like I don't know if it was like a 6 or 8 inch. It wasn't very big. I kid you not. I think I ate this thing in maybe under a minute or 2 minutes. Just
Oh my gosh.
I just inhaled it. And there's a
From
video.
from Elefante?
Yes, from Elefante. Yeah, it's still like 10 o'clock
Oh.
too. It was good though. Like the what is it? The eggplant, like the little eggplant starter they have.
Yes, that is my
So good.
favorite thing. I literally every time I go, We eat it, and then I'm like, can we order another one? Because it's so good.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable. And like the funny thing is, yeah, like the pizza, like there was a video I think it was put in our group chat of like us guys that went on the trip, and it's like let the kid eat, because it's like you just see like two of the pizzas that are still like not finished, and then you see mine. There's nothing on there.
I didn't know they had pizza there.
They do, yeah. I'm trying to think. I think Igor got like pasta or something, but
Yeah, I get
yeah,
pasta when I go there.
yeah. But Elefante, if you haven't been there, it's in Santa Monica. Really good spot, really nice. But yeah, any others? Like I know like Great White, obviously in Venice is classic.
Yeah, we do that all the time. Superba.
Hmm. The classics.
Yeah, we've actually went to like all the like nice LA spots, like Nice Guy and Delilah and stuff,
Hmm.
which are good. But honestly, like we've eaten like a lot of places and nothing tops Elefante to me. Like I can't.
Really?
No, I don't know why. I've been on this weird like cacio e pepe like train right now, where like
Hmm.
every time we go out, I order that. So I've
Yeah.
been trying like the best ones, and
Yeah.
Elefante's is the best so far. So
Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, we went to all those places. I've said that before. We went to all those places too.
yeah,
Nice Guy was interesting because we saw Polio G there, as he would call it.
I heard. I
Yeah,
heard
that
we
was.
went to Catch for his birthday.
Mhm.
And we saw Mike Tyson. Did he send you that?
No, wait, you saw Mike Tyson at Catch.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
We
Oh
were
my
literally
goodness.
sitting there, and you could only see like half of his face, and it's not the
Mhm.
tattooed half. And then Igor's
Um,
like, "Is that Mike Tyson?" And then you see him turn his head, and all of his tattoos are, and he's like, "Oh my god."
yeah. I would have like, I guess it's be funny to say of me to say this, but I would, if I wanted to know it was him for sure, I would have tried to like go up and talk to him, because he's kind of got that, as you know, like that little bit of a lisp, like I'm Mike Tyson, like
Hmm.
he sounds like that. So I would
He's so
confirm
scary
that.
looking though.
Oh, I would
He's
not
so
want to mess with
scary.
Mike Tyson.
Me either.
He'll drop anyone. Oh my
I
goodness. Like,
know.
who is it? I think it was Logan Paul was saying something like, "Oh, like I want to fight Mike Tyson." I'm like, dude, I'm thinking
Why?
you do not want to mess. Mike Tyson might be old now, but you do not. He could still pack a punch.
Yeah. Logan Paul wants to fight everybody, though, to be fair.
No, he does. But it's just funny you bring up that you saw him there, because even I've said this before, but when we were at Catch that night, we saw Dan Bilzerian.
No
Like,
way.
yeah, so I've told the story with Gretz, because when I had Gretz on, because he was with us on the trip, but I was basically standing outside the valet waiting for my car, and I just see him bombing out of the restaurant.
No way.
Yeah, he was wearing like workout clothes, like, and I saw the Ignite logo on the back of his t-shirt, and I just think to myself, I'm like, oh my goodness, like that's Bilzerian. I'm like, what? It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I
It's
was
so
like,
crazy when you
wow.
see these people. Like, even in New York, I see there was this one summer, it was like 2 summers ago. I swear to God, I saw Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner like once a week. Just like walking around the
No way.
street, like
No way.
at dinner, at lunch. Like I literally kid you, I ran into him probably like 7 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, what a celebrity couple they are.
It's so
What a
weird. I know. I love
she's
them.
she's so gorgeous, Sophie Turner.
I
Oh
know.
my
I
goodness.
love her.
Yeah, they're both
Queen.
yeah, they're both unbelievable. So yeah, you spent a few years in New York. Did you end up going to any games there, like any like Knicks games, like Ranger games, or
Yeah.
nothing like that?
I've gone to countless Yankees games because those are like the easiest to go to. Okay, also going to like sports games in New York is so expensive.
No, it is for sure.
It's insane.
So like would you say you were more on the Yankee side than the Mets side?
No, for sure. How can you not be?
I mean, no, I mean that's fair being in New York, but I don't know if it's just because where I am now, but just like hearing people say they like it doesn't, I don't like the sound of that. I like the Yankees. No,
Really? I have so much like Yankees stuff. I have like t-shirts and hats and stuff too. That's funny.
Red Sox. I'm way more of a Red Sox
To be
guy
fair
than
though, I
Yankee.
really don't care about like baseball at
I
all.
don't either. I don't
So
either. I don't either, but that's okay. But interesting enough, you're also from Texas. How was growing up in Texas? And obviously a lot of controversies come out about Texas lately.
I know. Honestly, I grew up in like a really nice area too. So I think like to raise your family in any suburb of Texas is like amazing because it's good schooling. Um, Regardless of what people say, I feel like people are typically pretty friendly. Other than that, I am a bit ashamed now to be from Texas.
Mhm.
I'm really sad. I've actually kept my driver's license in Texas. I didn't switch it to New York so I can vote in Texas. So like all my votes count over there, which is good. But yeah, it's disgusting. I want to vote him out.
Yeah, things haven't been totally great there, but yeah, Texas, it's a nice state. I actually, a friend of mine back home, we actually went to Austin for a week pre-pandemic. So this was 2019, and even though we couldn't get in anywhere because we were 18, it was a
Yeah,
lot of
they're
fun.
hard about that though. Like you can't get in. Like they ID you everywhere in Texas. It's crazy.
Yeah, because I saw like what was it? We were staying at this nice apartment building down in Austin, like right like near 6th Street, and we saw from our room there was this place where they were playing like giant cup pong, and so I was like, oh, that
I
sounds
know.
fun. Like like it's because it's like a volleyball. I'm like, I want to go play that, and then they're like, IDs, and then we were just like, okay, we're gonna go away. It's like
I know it sucks.
yeah, it's like the meme
especially
of
in Austin though.
yeah. Have you been to Austin before or no?
Yeah, several times. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and
Yeah, I love Austin. I could live in Austin, honestly.
great
It's so
city.
like not like everywhere else in Texas. It's like its own little city, and it doesn't seem like it's in Texas, which is nice.
Yeah, well, if you're not familiar or anyone that's not aware, there's the saying of Austin is "keep Austin weird." So that explains a lot. But I mean, I don't know, but it also is interesting that like what's going on there. That I feel like things are getting more expensive because more people are moving there. And I'm not just saying that because Joe Rogan picked up and moved there. And now he's like, hey guys, Austin's great. Like everyone should come over to Austin. But yeah, things have gone up dramatically because I think even like Tesla might be having a headquarters there. So Elon
I
picked
think
up
Elon
shop,
Musk
moved it
lives
to.
there now, right?
He probably does. Yeah,
I think he lives in Austin.
yeah, like
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
crazy. It's gonna turn into LA.
That's that's the funny thing. So a lot of people, it's interesting. A lot of people like complain about LA, and I personally think it has to do with the environment you're in because especially being out there this summer with Igor and everyone, I've obviously lived there before. I had no complaints. I'm just like LA is great. Like I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like where you see like you see all these celebrities and all these people that are like, oh, I hate it here. It's like, well, I think it's part of the reason is the amount of the people you're surrounded by, and
Yeah.
and I think it's funny too that you know what people are moving to Austin now. It's like it's going to be LA 2.0. They're leaving Austin because it's not like where they came from, and now they're turning it into where they came from.
I know. Yeah.
No, it's definitely wild. I also want to talk about your big part of you is your dog Chicken.
Yes, he's
when
downstairs, but
yeah, when did you get Chicken, and how quickly did you realize he's one of the loves of your life?
So I got him when I was 19. So he's 4 now. So I was 19 or 20. I grew up with dogs though, so I've always had dogs around, and ever since I moved to New York, I feel like that was like something I was missing because I struggle with anxiety a lot. So like having a dog with me kind of like is my little comfort, you know? So I got a dog. I got him in Pennsylvania actually, which is really random. Yeah, he's a little
Came from
Pennsylvanian.
Pennsylvania. Wow.
Yeah, I drove out to get him. I'm kind of allergic to dogs, so I have to get one that doesn't shed. But
fair. How does
I love him.
how does and what breed is Chicken, by the way?
He is a poodle mixed with a Cavalier King Spaniel, so he's a Cavapoo.
Nice.
I don't know.
No, Chicken's so cute. But I haven't met Chicken yet though, which is interesting because for me, like when I think of dogs, my number one right now is Alfie, Igor's dog. Obviously,
I know
Alfie's awesome.
Number one. Yeah,
Alfie's awesome. And what's funny too is that Alfie's from Canada. I remember his mom was telling me that, and I'm like, he's from Canada. I'm like, what?
Literally, like Canadian dog.
Yeah. We have we have a running joke with some of us that like Alfie's like older than like this one kid in our group chat is like 15. Like Alfie's not only older than him, but he's been more places, he's done more things. So
literally,
that's between Igor and I, that's a very common joke that we have. Yeah,
he's lived his life. Honestly, he's older than a lot of people in the world.
No, he is. Oh my goodness, he really is.
I know.
Also, interesting note. Igor told me. So, both of you went to see the movie Dune. I actually went and saw it last night. What did you think of it for those? I saw it last night. Yeah.
Oh, did you like it? I loved it. I thought it was
good.
good.
I liked it. Yeah, it was good. the only thing like I'll say, if it did feel kind of long, I was kind of there's some,
I
it did
know.
feel long. That's the
There
main
were
thing.
some scenes I think that they could have cut out that kind of weren't really necessary because
Yes,
we saw it in theater, so it was like we were sitting there for a while.
same.
I wanted to see a little bit more of Zendaya though. It's a little sad, but
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll be in the second one more.
yeah. I was gonna say that because I saw like she appears in the movie early, and then I'm thinking as the movie goes on, I'm like, did they just like waste Zendaya? Is she just not gonna be in
Literally, I
the
was like, are they
movie?
gonna run into each other yet? Like, where is she?
Yeah, and
And
then
she's in like
luckily
the
like it
last
happens.
7 minutes of it.
It was it was weird, but I think also not a spoiler, but it says part one on that, so I'm like, oh, I see they're already confident. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They're
So I
already
can't wait for the second one though. I think
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet did such a good job though. Actually, I had not seen
He
him
was
play a
good.
role like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he was really
So,
good. Trying to think who else. Obviously, I like Rebecca Ferguson's obviously always
hmm
really good. Saw her first in Mission Impossible 5.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she's so good in that. But yeah, even trying to think who else is in the movie. Oscar Isaac's obviously good too. I don't know why. Trying to think of Josh Brolin's in it too. I love Josh Brolin.
I don't know
Like
who that is. Who is that?
like the guy with the beard in the movie who's he's he's Timothy Chalamet's dad's like advisor, the guy who's like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
or for the I feel so most people would know him as Thanos in the Marvel movies, obviously the big
Oh,
bad
okay, yeah, yeah.
with that
That's what
like
Igor was telling me.
yeah, the deep commanding voice. Yeah,
hmm
he's really good. But what's interesting about Dune to me is, it's not the longest movie I've seen most recently. That would be No Time to Die, the Bond film.
I
I
haven't
look
seen that.
it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I looking back
Oof,
on it, I'm like, this movie's I'm like, this movie's how long? It honestly
literally.
it didn't feel that long, but oh my goodness, there were some times like especially in Dune, I'm like, wow, it's so long. But I think I'll probably watch it on I think it's on HBO Max. I'll probably watch it again just because I want to see if there's anything I
Yeah,
missed or anything I
yeah. It's a
need
movie
to
you can
pick up.
definitely miss a few things.
Oh, 100%.
Like if you don't watch it again. The last movie I watched that was that long was like Wonder Woman. Those movies are so long.
Oh, wait, that was the last movie like you saw in the theater or just like you watched
No,
it
like that
on
was like
TV?
super, super long.
Oh, you're talking
Like
about Wonder
3 hours.
Woman
It's like a
you're talking about 84, right? 1984.
whichever one of them. There's like it's like 3 hours long or something like that. I did see it in theaters and I was like, oh my god, get me out of here. I wanted to leave. I was like, this is way too long.
Yeah, I think it might have been in 1980, the Wonder Woman
I
1984.
think it is, yeah.
I don't think, yeah, because I saw the first one. I don't remember two. I don't remember the first one being that long. The second, yeah, the 1984 one, yeah, they had so much goodwill going for it,
I
and
know.
yeah, they just
I know. It
went
was disappointing.
it was it was very disappointing to say the least. Yeah, it was just not what you want. But yeah, Dune. Anyone who has not seen Dune, check it out. You should check it out. I recommend it. Also, I wanted to ask, honestly, what led you to become a model? Like, when did you have that moment in your head where you're like, I, Reagan Kemper, want to be a model?
So I actually grew up playing volleyball like competitively my whole life.
Mm,
And I got scouted, which pretty much means like someone sees you and they ask you to model and stuff. So like someone from my agency in Dallas found me at like one of my volleyball tournaments when I was like 13 or 14. And he was like, "Hey, like, do you want to be a model?" And I was at first I was like, "Is this a scam?" Like, because like people are weird. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
people that come up to you on the street are like kind of weird, especially because I'm like a 14-year-old girl. I was like, "What is this?" But then like my mom looked it up. My parents helped me a lot, but they looked it up, and then we went and met with them, and I signed with them, and then I actually started working when I was like 14. So all through high school, I was working like after
yeah,
school, or I'd miss some school days to go shoot or whatever, and um, I did apply to some colleges when I was a junior, and then I had a meeting with my team in Dallas, and they were like, "Hey, like we think you can like actually like just move to New York and do this like full time. Like, do you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, why would I want to go to college?
yeah,
Because I don't like school. So I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll try." And then my mom was like, "You can just like take a gap year or whatever and see if it works." And then I just moved to New York, and they kind of told me to do it, and I was like, "Okay, fine."
yeah. What position did you play in volleyball?
Outside hitter. Yeah.
So what would you say your strengths are as a volleyball player when you played?
Um, honestly, um I was really good at kind of like being an all around player, if you know what I mean. So like
Yeah.
I could dig and I could set a bit. So I think that was a good thing for me when I was playing, was that I could kind of sub in for kind of anybody and I could kind of take anybody's
Mhm.
spot because I was like at least decent enough if someone was having a bad game. So yeah, I guess that
Yeah,
I could
volley.
jump really high.
Mhm. Well, that helps.
That's it. Yeah,
Who's got a higher vertical? You or Igor?
definitely me. Definitely me.
I don't know. I think he would
I'm
say
kidding.
him.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
But he yeah, I would say volleyball, honestly, I think it's such a fun sport, especially beach volleyball. I feel like it's such
I
a
did play
nice
beach. I hated it.
really.
It's hard.
It is, yeah,
I
well, I
feel
mean the
it's
sand,
because
yeah.
I have no stamina. Like I'm better at like short things. I'll do really well and then I have to like take a break. So I played beach for one season with my friend Sophia. I couldn't do it. Like I was out of breath. I was dying like the whole time. And I played it in Texas. It was so hot. It was like 110 degrees outside.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think, what beach in Texas would you play? Because the main beaches I know in Texas are like South Padre Island, like down south, which
Well,
big
it was a
spring break
league.
spot. Oh, it was a
So it was
league.
just
Oh,
like a
okay.
patch of like sand.
Oh,
Like we played like club, like like not professional, like
yeah, you played like,
select, I
yeah,
guess.
selects.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I hated it though. Didn't like it.
Yeah, well, even well, no, but it's funny because obviously when I was in LA, we were playing beach volleyball, and leading into that catch story, the reason we almost were late to our reservation, but what helped us not be late was that while we were playing, Igor accidentally like knocked the ball, like knocked it over a fence or hit it way over a fence. So at that point, we're like, okay, let's just go back. We're gonna go get ready. So
Yeah,
if he didn't do that, who knows? We might have been late. We might have missed our reservation. So it's
probably. He can't be stopped.
no, it's crazy how that goes. Which also I have to bring this up. So for anyone that has not seen, both Reagan and Igor made TikToks on their accounts. One where she's guessing sports teams, and where he guesses the what do you call it? Like
Like
popular music, pop
yeah,
culture,
music.
yeah, musicians. So not to brag, but I would have done way better than him on the music one.
He did
Sorry,
so bad. It was embarrassing.
but let's get into that. So for me, well, actually, for me, the one I'm trying to think, the one. Let me think. Oh, Doja Cat. Like he thought Olivia Rodrigo was Doja Cat.
And he knows I love her so much. And I was like, you have to know who this woman is. Like I literally play her music all day. I played on YouTube all day and he didn't
Yeah.
even guess it.
Well, you know what's funny? Here's what's funny. So I would troll him. Like I literally on my TV back here because I can connect to like Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. I put an Olivia Rodrigo song on. I think it was Trader. Paused it. Didn't even play it. Took a snap. Went on the filter and like crossed it out and put Doja Cat. And I'm like, hey, do you like this Doja Cat song? And this is what happened. It went right over his head. It wasn't until I was talking to him on the phone one weekend. I'm like, dude, did you even realize that? And he's like, no, I didn't even get it, or he didn't realize it. Where
He's so stupid.
man, I was trolling you because of that reason.
It's embarrassing, actually.
That one was bad. I'm trying to think. Oh, the one I told him, because I broke it down for him. The one that was, I'm not as mad about, but it's like still when you thought Travis Scott was ASAP Rocky, because they
That's
do
a
look
common
kind of similar.
misconception, though.
Yeah, they look
I
similar,
think a lot
but
of people say that.
but no, I saw it. I'm like, that's Travis Scott.
I know. I
Like,
mean, I can tell them apart, obviously, but I feel like a lot
yeah.
of people do say that. So I'll give him that one. But
The Lil Dicky one was funny. I mainly know him. Not I don't listen to too much Lil Dicky. I just know him from the show Dave. I've seen his
me
face.
too. I actually don't really like his music, but I love Dave a lot. I need to catch up, actually.
I heard that show is really good, and
It's so good.
even more embarrassingly, LeBron James tweeted. I'm gonna put LeBron James on blast. Not that he'll listen, but he tweeted something for Kaepernick, and it was literally a photo of Lil Dicky instead of Kaepernick.
No way.
No, I swear, I'm
Oh,
serious.
that's so embarrassing.
I'm serious.
I
And
didn't see this.
Kaepernick's like, thanks, Bron, but that's a photo of Lil Dicky. I appreciate the message.
That's so embarrassing. Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, LeBron.
Mm,
Yeah, he was probably wine drunk on a Taco Tuesday. I don't know, but
probably. He
that
had to
one,
be. Too
yeah,
many margs deep.
exactly. That one wasn't good. I'm trying to think some of the other ones that were not good. Oh, the way he said Lady Gaga was classic. Like it's so him.
I know, literally.
Oh, I just remembered.
What else did I do?
The one that's bad was he didn't get the baby right, and I'll explain why. Him and I have had this joke in our chat this whole summer where if I mention him, he would say "the abortion," because everyone knows that's what he means, the baby. And the fact that he doesn't get it right, I'm like, bro. I have commented. I'm like, bro, we've been making fun of him all summer, and you can't name. You don't know what he looks like.
I know. He has no idea.
Oh,
Who
it's
did
insane.
Who did he say? Did he say Polo G?
Polo G, yeah.
And he calls Polo G Polio G.
Yeah, I've gotten used to that. He's said that a lot. He's got away with words, to say the least. He's got a lot of funny word choices.
He's weird.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like some of them, they were easy. It was slam dunks.
I know. It was like pretty like all common people too. Like you see them everywhere.
No, you do 100%. The like Lady Gaga was easy, obviously. Even if you've seen A Star Is Born, you would know.
Get that. Yeah,
everyone has to. But now we're gonna turn it to your portion, the sports teams.
So bad.
I will give you like a little bit of a break since you said you're not really the biggest sports fan, so I get that.
No.
But for me, the funniest one was as a total troll move. He puts up like a don't walk pedestrian sign.
I know. He thought it was so funny. He was like, laughing so hard before, and I was like, "What is he doing?"
I know.
I got the Red Wings one though.
Well, I mean, I would hope you got the Red Wings. I mean,
I would be like disowned from this family if I knew.
I mean, yeah, because his dad's the legend for the Red Wings. He should. Yeah.
I don't think I got any other ones, did I?
No, it's funny. So I actually on my phone right here, I'm pulling up the video. So you got the Red Wings. Let's see the other teams.
I don't think I got another one.
Oh, you didn't get FC Barcelona? Nope.
I hate soccer. I will not watch soccer. I hate it so much.
Are you? Come on.
I mean nothing about that.
Do you know who you're in a relationship with right now?
No, I have to watch it all the time.
Learn. I mean, I'll even tell a story. Like even Joe, like him and I went to Joe's house, past guest Joe Barry, to watch the England game, and it was so exciting. Like it was like a roller coaster of emotions, that game.
Yeah, see, I just wasn't.
No, it was great. It was great, honestly. Oh, you said the Celtics were on there. I mean, like it's like Celtics.
Okay, I didn't know. I know what the Celtics are, but I didn't know that was their logo.
That's like literally their main logo is the leprechaun with the basketball.
I feel like he purposely picked ones that he knew I wouldn't know, though.
So he
made me look kind of stupid. I know some.
Michigan State, which I think I think I trolled that. No one cared about my comment, but I said the USC Spartans.
So stupid.
Yeah, Michigan State. The Timberwolves. I mean,
I don't even know what that is.
They're an NBA team.
I didn't even know that.
I don't blame you because not to offend anyone from Minnesota, but Minnesota sports are so forgettable and they've had no success. So I get that, but
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I don't know. That one, I don't know. You said the Nuggets, which the reason you should have got the Nuggets logo if you saw it is that it has like two like pickaxes. So it's like you're mining gold.
Oh,
like nuggets of gold.
I don't know why I said that.
That's the Nuggets.
I knew it was NBA, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I knew it was a team that I had barely heard of or don't remember.
Yeah. What do you call it? Real Madrid. Nope. No shot you were getting that.
No soccer.
No. He didn't. I don't think he included. He should have included. What was it? He should have included some. What was it? I just remembered. He should have included some NFL. I wonder if you would have gotten any NFL.
I know. I would have gotten all of them if it was NFL. Most of them. I would say most. Because I actually know a lot of the teams.
So growing up in
he purposely picked things I wouldn't know.
So NFL wise, do you like the Cowboys at all? Because honestly, I feel like it's a common thing that people hate the Cowboys, especially the fans, because a lot of Cowboy fans are annoying.
Yeah. My dad hates the Cowboys. So growing up, obviously, being in his house, we just hated them. So he was always a super big 49ers fan.
Let's go.
His whole life.
Let's go.
Yeah, his whole life. So we had 49ers stuff all over the house.
Awesome.
In the game room.
I would get along with your dad. I would get along with him. Let's go.
Let's go. The Cowboys. We were an anti-Cowboys home in Dallas.
I mean, yeah, I think if you like the 49ers, you can't like the Cowboys. Partially why I don't like the Cowboys. Nope.
Yeah.
Don't like the Packers.
They also they kind of suck.
Not this year. This year they're a little better, but the division's still not great. But I just,
Yeah.
for me, it's also funny. Just like everyone knows, but Stephen A. Smith's like the biggest Cowboys troll in the world.
Hmm.
Like they'll lose and he'll be like, "How about them
No,
Cowboys?"
literally, no. Everyone says that, and I'm like, what? They suck.
Yeah, they're
They're okay
actually
this year, though.
no, they're
They're okay this
better.
year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone's watched that Sunday night football game this past week when they played Minnesota. Awful, like so
Yeah.
boring. And here's why: because Dak didn't play, so Dak hurt his ankle, I believe, and oh my goodness, so boring. But also Kirk Cousins is boring, which he played for the Michigan State Trojans. So
Is that who played instead of him?
no, that's who played for Minnesota. And
Oh,
also that joke just went over your head. I said he played
yeah.
for the Michigan State Trojans.
Oh, thank you. I got it now.
Oh my goodness.
You could literally say anything. You'd be like, okay.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so yeah, also you guys went trick-or-treating. Anyone that saw it, she dressed Reagan dressed up as Igor, Igor dressed up as Reagan. How do you think he looked in the outfit?
He looked 10 out of 10, stunning. Loved it.
Yeah, what it was, and he would know this. That's like for hockey, it's like a rookie dinner outfit because a lot of junior teams like the younger guys have to dress up as girls and go to eat somewhere and pay for the older guys' meal. So that looks like a rookie. That would look like a rookie dinner outfit.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Who is it? Was it you? I'm trying to think. You said he looked like Zoe Deschanel. Or that might have been me. I can't remember. What someone I was
Yeah,
like,
it was me. Yep.
he
He
looked
did
like
though, kind of.
yeah, legit. I can only imagine. It's like it looked like her in The Happening, which don't watch that movie. Anyone? Oh, actually, no, you should. That movie's really bad, but it's really funny.
I
Really
haven't
funny.
seen it.
It's this is like peak M Night Shyamalan when he just sucked. This is when
Hmm.
he was just a garbage director. So it's like this movie about like I don't know plants are killing people. I don't know something's happening, but no one knows what it is. It's with Mark
That's
Wahlberg,
weird.
and Mark Wahlberg is so bad in this movie. It's
I
like
am not. I'm not a fan of him. I don't like him.
I don't know, a lot of people that are listening to this from Boston are not going to be happy with that, but that's okay. Um,
Mm,
he at every line he delivers is like he's asking a question. He's like toxin, like everything.
yeah, that's
And
weird.
there's a
What's this
scene where
movie called?
the happening,
Okay.
so bad, but it's hilarious, especially when like this old woman's like, "You try to kill me." He's like, "What? No."
Why is it so bad?
Because it's M Night Shyamalan. He's such a terrible
Oh,
director. Oh my god. I could go on forever about why he's a really bad director, but he's made so many bad movies. I don't know. It's just like it's just bad, and he's gotten better though. But yeah, that movie. It just reminded me because Zoe Deschanel's in it, and she has like the black hair, like Igor had in the wig.
yeah, like the baby blue eyes.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
funny.
He had that. So yeah, what was your first impression of Igor when you started talking? I'm like, were you like, what is this guy like? Like
Honestly, so when we first met, we FaceTimed shortly after, and he's like so sweet. It's it actually kind of I thought he was a little too nice. I was like, what's wrong with him? What is he gonna do? Um, but no, I mean, he's so sweet, and I feel like we've got along from the second we met. So
no, for sure. Yeah, he's anyone that has had the chance, anyone that's listening that knows him or follows him or anything, I could genuinely say he's a great guy. He's really funny. I mean,
yeah.
like just like random things he'll say, like in day-to-day conversation, he'll just make me laugh because of the word choice.
Hmm. Yeah, all day it's me.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it's just I don't know. It's really funny. And that's great. Do you want to ask what was your first modeling job by chance?
Oh God, it was I was 14. I think it was for like J.C. Penney's
Really, J.C.
when I was
Penney?
14. My mom still has it was on like a like when you get mail and it like has like little ads for like the newspaper type paper.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So my mom still has it actually. We got mailed it. She was like, "Oh my God." I was like a little baby.
I mean, what a
It
feeling
looks
for
so
that.
different.
What a feeling that is. Your parents open up the newspaper. Oh my God, you're right there. There you
I
are.
know. My mom actually, I did this campaign for Aeropostale and it was
Hmm.
like up in the store. It was like huge. And
Yeah.
my mom literally told the people like at her like at the mall that's like closest to our house in Texas. that
Yeah.
she wanted to keep them. So they took them down and gave her like literally like giant posters of me. She has them in the house. I'm like, why do you need this?
I don't know. That's a great question. Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah, it's cute though. I mean, supportive
yeah,
parents.
absolutely. So I'm not gonna ask who the least favorite job you've had, because obviously I'm not gonna go spread that negativity. But who's the favorite campaign you've had or favorite job you've worked?
I did a campaign in Paris for YSL Beauty. It was for this lip product. I think that was my favorite one. And then I did a holiday lookbook for Kenzo, which was fun. So both shot in Europe though. I like working in Europe a lot. It's fun.
How often have you been to Europe, or how many times have you been overseas?
A lot. Before COVID, I actually worked more in Europe than I did in New York. So I was going out there like once a month. Um, Other than that, I lived in London for a couple months, lived in Paris for a couple months. And then I went back to New York, but I've been to Europe like plenty of times for work.
So yeah, so what do you call it? Paris. So if you had to choose London or Paris to live in, what would you choose?
Paris. I hate London.
Really? I mean,
Everyone, I always tell people that, they're like, why? And it's just so like, I don't know.
why it's just rainy?
Yeah, and it's like depressing, and like the city's not really like, no offense, like that pretty though. Like Paris is beautiful.
So have you I think I dare you to tell Joe that you don't like London. I want to see
Oh,
his
they
reaction.
know. They know.
But he's
I've
also
told
from
them.
Liverpool, so that's a little different.
I don't think he really cares, but they both know that I like hate London a lot.
Which is interesting because Igor's sister Diana, she's told me before too. That was like a dream of hers growing up, was to live in London, and she actually
Hmm.
did. So I can only imagine her reaction, where she's like, "Really?"
And then she's like, why? It's
She
funny
just
though.
no, she just did not
She
get it.
loves London though. Yeah, she loves
Yeah, she's a
London.
big London girl. It's huge. Well, so Paris,
Mhm.
so what's your favorite thing to do in Paris, aside from obviously if you're going to the Eiffel Tower or seeing the Eiffel Tower, because it's gorgeous.
Um, I I honestly really like the food there, weirdly enough. Um, the wine is yummy. I was living there when I was like, I think I was 19 or 20, so I couldn't like legally drink in the US. So I
But
would
in
go over there and
Europe,
like
yep.
drink wine. Yeah. And it was like I don't know, everything's just so good there. And I feel like the food is like fresher, if that makes sense. I don't know if that really makes sense, but
No, it 100%
it's
does. That's another whole nother topic we don't have time to get into, that I could, where yeah, in the US there's a problem, I think, with food preparation, especially processing of food.
horrible. I
It's
know.
awful. It's disgusting. Especially there was a UK version of ketchup I saw. I don't know if I brought this up to Nikita, who I've had on before, because we went in depth about nutrition, but basically the UK version has so many little ingredients where there's so much in the American version. It sucks.
I know. It's like I feel like it's to preserve it so it like
It's
lasts
awful.
longer, but
Yes,
it's like
exactly.
disgusting. You have like no idea what
Sucks.
you're putting in your body. It's gross.
Gross. And not yeah, it's terrible. It's honestly terrible. But like, what are some of the main staples of Parisian food for those that have not been to Paris, like me, because I haven't gone to Europe yet.
So I'm not really a big dessert girl. I don't really like sweets, but sweets and stuff like the dessert type foods in Paris are so good. I got like addicted to macaroons when I was there. Like I had to eat
That's a
them like every
staple.
single night. I know, I like got addicted to it. And like I don't know, just their like the baking part, I think, of their food is like so good. Like even the bread and stuff, like everything's just delicious.
Yeah, I would say yeah. It's interesting when people go to France and they like eat white bread, and they lose weight. Then they come over
I
here. Oh,
know.
the pounds come on.
I know, right?
The pounds are packed on. Yeah, macaroons are a classic French dessert, and I think what's luckily for Igor is that you aren't really a U.S. dessert person, so that works with him, because
Yeah,
on it,
true.
knowing him, I don't think he's ever eaten any dessert thing whatsoever in his life.
No, he doesn't really like it. Every now and then I think I'll have like a bite of something I'm eating, but yeah, not really.
Yeah, no, he's that's that's not him at all. He's just
No.
no. That's no, it's not him at all. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool that you got to travel and be in Europe and work. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was nice. I was so young, so I feel like it kind of made me grow up a bit quicker, living on my own, especially in a foreign country when I'm still a teenager.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you like living on your own, like even in New York, how much cooking went on, especially in those early years?
Not much actually. I'm better now, I think. The past like 2 years I've been cooking a bit more, but yeah, no, not a lot.
So nowadays, what's your favorite thing to mainly prepare?
Um, the best thing I'm good at making is guacamole. So I'll do tacos
Mm,
and stuff. Igor and I actually been doing that a lot lately because I'm like my guacamole is like killer. So we'll just make tacos on the side with
talk,
the guac.
nice, nice.
Yeah,
Sounds really good.
yeah.
Tacos, but is it on Tuesday though? I mean, it's the classic. It's the best day to have
I
them.
think last time we did it was a Tuesday.
Awesome.
So
That's all I needed to
yes.
hear. But that is good to hear that he's cooking because like not that I would give him a hard time, but I'm kind of just thinking I'm like, dude, like I'm like cook. I've been trying to push him. I'm like, cook, come on.
No, he
Like,
knows nothing. Like I I have to do all the work. He cuts things though. Like he'll prepare the like cut everything up for me and then I'll cook it. But yeah, he needs to
so
learn a little bit.
so you're saying he's like in layman's terms, he's someone who is not good in the with working with a pan and fire. He won't once it goes into the pan, no bueno, but outside of the pan, like
He's
awesome.
fine, yeah. I mean, if I tell him what to do, then he can do it. But like, yeah, no, I wouldn't trust him cooking me a meal like on his own. I would not eat it.
So his logic, because he had told me before, because I asked him like, dude, like like I'll teach you how to cook. That never happened. He had no interest. But what's funny is he'd say he's like why would I cook food when I can like push a few buttons on my phone and food will be here right now.
And then yesterday he wanted me to cook him dinner. I did cook him dinner last night, actually.
What'd you
I cooked
cook
him
him?
pasta.
Okay.
So yeah,
No, I get that, but yeah, like I get it's such a convenience thing with like delivering food, but
it is. Yeah, it's
no,
easy.
but yeah, but as someone who's like delivered food in the past just to like get a little extra money, like and even like when I go on the app, you don't realize like how many fees are on the app.
I know it's a lot.
It's
Like such a
ridiculous.
waste.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Which
Yeah.
the one thing a little hack I'll give everyone if they want to order food on like a delivery app, but if you're actually gonna pick it, you should actually pick it up because you can order it on the app and there's no fees if you just pick it up.
We've done that before.
Yeah, so it saves money that way. But yeah, it's some of the delivery fees are just wild.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
know.
like even one day, he like ordered like Cheesecake Factory for me, but before he was like giving me a hard time. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna order you KFC," which I hate KFC. It's disgusting food.
Yeah,
It's
it's gross.
gross, greasy. I'm like, dude, like why? And he's like, remember the saying? He's like, you get what you get, and you don't throw fits. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, but I know. But he ordered like chicken tacos, and they're actually pretty good from the Cheesecake Factory. Anyone that
Yeah, he gets so still all the time.
so they're actually really good.
Yeah.
They're actually so good. Have you tried the truff yet? The truff the
The
truffle hot sauce,
oil stuff.
the hot sauce
Yeah.
too.
I don't think I've had the hot sauce. We've used the oil before, but that's been sitting in the fridge for a while. We haven't touched it in a while, actually.
You gotta check if it's still good.
And Elena
Yeah.
will throw it out if it's not good.
Yeah. So anyone that doesn't know, so I remember so Igor like went to I think it was Erewhon and got like there's this company called Truff. They make like truffle infused hot sauce. He put on Twitter or something. He's like, I love Truff. They slide in his Instagram DM. Hey, we'd love to send you a package. So I remember when I was at his house, like he got the package, and he did all the unboxing and everything, and I actually got to try it. This stuff is so good, unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because him and his mom are like, whoa, they're like, whoa, are you putting so much on? Like, because I think he put way too much on one night and spent like all night on the toilet because of it.
Probably. It sounds like him.
Yeah, and like I remember the next morning I woke up and I think I told him the next day, I'm like, hey, didn't spend any time on the toilet. I'm all set. Got
Honestly,
that
I know. Honestly, he still does that though. I had
when he puts too much on.
well, we got serrano. Do you know what serrano peppers are?
Yep.
Okay, so we normally put jalapenos in the guac, but then I was like, he likes spicy food, so I put serrano in it, and then he
Mm.
literally like spent all morning on the toilet the next day. I know, but he likes it, but then he like has to deal with that.
Yeah, honestly, crazy. What would the first thing you would try to teach him how to cook is? I'm genuinely
Oh my god,
curious.
something like so easy that he needs to know how to do, like eggs. Like, how do you not know how to make eggs?
I'll say this one because I this summer when I got like we'd work out really close together, so I'd pick him up and he had these like microwave eggs from like, was it Whole Foods or Erewhon, and he put it in the microwave and just like got
Literally.
like, yeah, some of the egg got on the microwave, so we had to clean it when we got back.
Oh God. It takes like 3 minutes to make it on the stove, like real. Like takes like no time.
No, exactly. It is weird though. I used to not really be the biggest egg fan, but after like just being out there, and especially like because you could get like a burrito from Takaya and like they already come in there. I'm not gonna throw a fit and be like, just take the eggs out. So I would eat them, and I'm like, okay, these are good. So I got into them. So yeah, like even eggs are simple. I was gonna say yeah, because like eggs are simple. Bacon's not hard. I feel like
Yeah,
there's a lot.
he doesn't know how to do like anything, I don't think. I feel
So
like maybe he could because he's been watching me do it now for a few months.
I'd hope so. I'd
Yeah,
hope.
I don't know.
But then again,
Love
he's
him, but he
yeah,
can't cook.
but then again, he's been watching his lovely mom Elena cook for 23 years and
True. Yeah.
nothing. No, just nothing. And like I've told him this, I'm like, dude, it's not that hard. Like I try to like push him, I'm like, dude, it's not that hard. You'll get the hang of it. It's so easy.
It is, yeah. If you're making
Nothing.
something easy,
Yeah, I'm not making like a souffle or anything, but
Yeah.
it's like when you cook things right, when you cook like a nice steak, like and you cook it right, it's rewarding because you taste it. You're like, damn, I did such a good
Wow, I
job on
did.
this.
Yeah, it's like I made this. That's so cool.
And it tastes good too. So there you go. But yeah, oh my goodness, yeah,
That's something we're gonna have to work on with him. That'll be something I need to teach him.
yeah, I think for you that's gonna be a project. I mean,
Yeah, it'll take a few years.
probably will. I'm trying to think. Maybe, and he'll listen to this, so maybe he'll listen to this. But maybe I'll have to get him a cookbook at some point. I'll have to buy him
Do
a
you think he'll
cookbook.
read it?
No, he doesn't read.
It needs to be like a cookbook for like idiots. Like literally like just picking up a spatula, like doesn't even know what it is.
Oh my god. Oh, you're talking about what is it? There's that book series like for dummies. Have you heard of that series? Like,
Yeah, it's like something for dummies. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
he
gonna
needs
check
that.
if they have oh, let's see. Let me check. Let's just see if they oh hey, they have it.
They do?
Yeah,
Mm.
cooking. Let me see.
That's going under the Christmas tree then this year.
Cooking for dummies. Yeah, like you can see my phone. They have cooking for dummies.
Yep, that will be under our Christmas tree.
469. Hey, the sense matches up with his number, so awesome. Cooking for dummies. That's yeah, he needs that. Cooking for
Yeah,
dummies.
he does. He does.
He needs that like big time. Yeah,
Desperately.
it's crazy. So a little game I wanted to play is start, bench, and cut. So obviously being a model, I scoured the ranks and we have some models that we'll be choosing from, obviously like on the runway.
Yeah.
So the first round is classics. So we got Christy Brinkley, Cindy Crawford, and then Naomi Campbell. Like who are you sending out first to walk?
Okay, wait, is this like
It's start, bench, cut. So for example, in this one, who's walking, who's sitting, and then who are you telling to just leave? You're giving them the boot.
Okay. Naomi Campbell, start. What were they? Christy Brinkley and who?
Cindy Crawford, the classic. Cindy Crawford, probably one of the most well-known models.
Yeah, Cindy Crawford. What's the next one? Bench.
Yeah, bench. Yeah.
And then cut. I would say Christy Brinkley.
Really? So why?
Yeah.
So is it just because Christy Brinkley is like the oldest one of the bunch, or
no?
not?
I'm just like not. I don't know. I've never really been like a fan of hers, to be honest. I mean, the other two are like iconic, and I mean, she's also iconic, but like, I don't know. I've never really been like a huge fan of her.
No, that's fair. Makes sense. I probably would have to say start Cindy Crawford, no brainer, classic.
I know she's beautiful. Yeah.
So gorgeous. Naomi Campbell, I probably would have to. I probably would say maybe I might bench Christy Brinkley too. I mean, gorgeous. Then probably unfortunately Naomi Campbell, but I mean it's you're picking hairs with this. It's tough.
Yeah.
The next one's kind of funny for me because these two are dating NFL players. Funny enough, I got Giselle.
Oh, of course.
Camille Kostick, who's obviously with Sports Illustrated, gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And then I chose Heidi Klum, who's not dating someone in the NFL.
Okay. Start Giselle, obviously. She's queen. I don't know. It's hard. I think I would bench Camille and cut Heidi Klum. I don't really like Heidi Klum that much.
Yeah, honestly, I probably would say start Camille. I think Camille's so gorgeous. Her and Gronk are really great together. I
I
probably
know,
would
yeah.
bench Giselle. I'm not really the biggest Giselle fan, if I'm being honest. I don't think she's gorgeous, but I feel like she's kind of overhyped a little bit, just in terms
When
of
she was
who she
younger,
is.
it was, yeah, she was
Oh,
like,
easily, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, she still does a lot though.
Isn't it crazy that also which I didn't know this before, she went from dating DiCaprio to then dating Brady,
I know. Isn't that funny?
even though her and Brady, it's been long lasting. So obviously, just
I know.
kind of like Tom's career. Let's be real.
Literally. Never
Well,
ending.
no, and then yeah, Heidi Klum. I like Heidi Klum, but I like the other two a little better first. So,
Yeah.
and then the last one we're going Bar Raffaelli, Candice Swanepoel, and Adriana Lima.
Oh, that one's hard. Start Adriana Lima.
Ooh, interesting.
She
Interesting.
actually she was probably the model I looked up to the most when I was like young. So
Adriana
she's
Lima,
like, yeah, I've loved
gorgeous.
her since she was like a kid. Candice Swanepoel, bench, another one.
Bar Raffaelli.
Yeah, cut. I
Yeah.
love Candice too. Candice was also someone I looked up to because I was really like, when Victoria's Secret was first doing their shows, like their walking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like obsessed with it, and I would like love them when they became angels. So
Yeah. I probably would say start Candice, unreal. Bench Adriana and cut Bar Raffaelli. The only two reasons I know, main things I know about Bar Raffaelli were she did that one GoDaddy commercial for one of the Super Bowls.
yeah,
Yeah, that one's wild. And then Kanye West, I think it was the song, was it Mercy, I think, where it's like Bar Raffaelli or Giselle. Oh wait, that's Brazilian. So
oh
Kanye
yeah,
Kanye rapped about her. So a friend of yours I wanted to bring up was Tringsby, legendary
yes,
model.
yes, the queen.
Yes. How did you what was your first interaction with her, and how have you kind of maintained that friendship over the years?
Yeah, she's been my best friend since I was like 17 or 18, and I met her when she's significantly younger than me. She's like 3 years younger, I think. So I met her when she was like 15, and we actually were living together in a model apartment in New York. That's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally just like clicked the second we met, and then we've just been friends since. It is hard because we both travel a lot for work, so it's kind of hard in any friendship really to keep that going. But yeah, I guess just trying to keep in touch. We Snapchat a lot, so that kind of helps like show our day to each other. But other than that, that's about it.
No, for sure. And then another famous thing I want to bring up that you've been a part of, which we'll put up the photo in since we're gonna clip it, is you met Zendaya one time,
I
or
did with Tatiana, yeah.
yes, you and Tati met Zendaya, or as Zendaya's case, she met you guys. What do you remember about that meeting, and how is Zendaya as a person, getting to meet her?
She's sweet. We were walking around Soho in New York shopping, and I was like looking at Zendaya, and I was like, I know this girl, but like I couldn't see fully her. I just like kind of saw like the side of her, and I was like, that's not Zendaya. Like, there's no way she's just walking around the street, and like no one's like
Mm-hmm.
following her around. But it was her. And then I was like, let's get a picture with her. And then we went up and talked to her, and she was super sweet. She was talked to her for a little bit. She was like, do you want a selfie? And she took a picture. She's really, really sweet.
Yeah,
So
Zendaya's awesome. I've been on the Zendaya train for a while.
me too.
I watched her. I watched. It's kind of weird because I watched her growing up. And it's kind of interesting that as I've grown up, she's become more and more of a mainstream star, which I think is cool to see. Obviously,
Yeah.
that there's a child star when you were a kid is now a big movie
Like
star. I think
doing movies like this, yeah.
doing
And
movies, yeah, like the
Euphoria and
Marvel movies,
everything.
doing Euphoria, yeah, just everything. I think it's great, and a lot of people out there are Zendaya fans, as both of us are. So
Yeah,
I think that's a cool story for sure to share.
I love her. I'm so happy that she like has so much success. I feel like she deserves it. She's so sweet.
And that she's dating Tom Holland too.
I know. I love
Great
that. It's
couple.
so funny.
Great couple. Unreal. But yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. I wanted to ask a few things. One, where can people find you on social media? Because I mean, clearly everyone should give Reagan a follow.
At Regan Kemper on literally everything. Just my first and last name.
Awesome. Are there any campaigns that you've been working on that we should keep an eye out for?
I should have a Levi's one coming out soon.
Levi's,
So,
nice.
yeah. Other than that, I think that's about it for now.
It's funny because that's another 49er tie-in with that being the sponsor of the stadium.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Levi Stadium. It opened 2015. They had the Super Bowl there. Again, when it was Carolina and Denver, that was when Cam Newton, that was when that was big, was when he was dabbing. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah,
God.
Yeah, Cam, yeah. And then the other question I wanted to ask was, who would you like to see me talk to on the pod in the future? Very interested to see this answer.
Elena.
Oh goodness, Elena. Oh, that would be interesting.
Could you imagine?
Oh yeah, she's awesome. Like, she's awesome. Yeah, that's like, it's no wonder. Like, obviously, like, it's funny. My dad's known them for a while, and it's funny. We call her, like, we just say she's the best. Like, because she really is.
I love her. I know
she's the best. So yeah, she's an unbelievable person. But yeah, Reagan, it was a pleasure having you on. Thanks for coming on. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Regan Kemper for joining the program. It was nice to get to know her, obviously, as she's dating a good friend of mine, Igor. I wish nothing but the best for those two. I think they're a great pair. And yeah, just a reminder, podcast Instagram's PK's Place Podcast. Make sure you check it out. Clips are going up. A post about the guests, all that jazz. Personal Instagram is p.hughes15. Check that out. Make sure you go on Spotify and follow, ring the bell so you get notified every time I post an episode. Make sure you go on Apple Podcasts, follow, leave a 5-star review. I'm serious. Those reviews mean a lot to me, and they help the podcast out big time. So if everyone could do that, that would be very, very greatly appreciated. And yeah, also, even on Spotify, I think I just remember this popped in my head. Popped in my head is that even on Spotify, I think I added the option where I asked a question. So if you're listening on Spotify, go fill out that question. It's important. So it'll help the channel. It'll help the podcast out as well. And then, like I said, YouTube drops a day or two after this. So you're listening to this on a Monday. So tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday, this YouTube version will be up. So have a good weekend, everybody. Remember, we're putting the social back in social media, and have a good one. Take care.